Hi, Linda.
Hi, Rob.
How are you?
Going into his 55 years in business, Rob Sibcy knows firsthand about the challenges of building and scaling. When Rob started, he was working with his dad. They had one office and 20 agents. His dad had a heart attack and passed away when Rob was only 25, leaving him with just one choice.
I had to give up listing and selling because I had to run a business, and it wasn't big enough to support myself and my mother and my sisters and everybody else, so I had to grow it.
In 1980, Rob took the biggest risk of his career.
In September of 1980, we acquired the Cline company. They were bigger than we were. We had about 160 agents. They had about 230. And we bought that company in September of 1980. The following year, and they had lost money that year. That we had barely made some money. We did make a profit, and we bought them, put the two companies together, and started to scramble. And then 81 came, and the world fell apart, and interest rates went to 18%, and nobody could afford to buy a house. And we lost a lot of agents, and as did everybody. And it was ridiculously impossible. And that's probably, from a economic point of view, technical point of view, any way you want to look at it, I was literally bankrupt and had no money and could not operate, and it was robbing Peter to pay Paul.
So this is the latest information.
Rob and his wife Pam were proactive in investing in tech, and it has paid off, conquering the video tours first.
We started taking tapes of houses because we felt it was different, and it was about in 1980, about the same time that we bought Cline, and we would put that on the internet, which we were the first company to go on the internet and use that, and saw that as a terrific media to be able to get to the public, because up until then, the only way to get to the public was through the newspapers, and they were getting increasingly more expensive, and they continually just would raise their prices just because they could.
Rob was spending $1 million a year with the Inquirer. The day the editor tried to raise it was the day Rob changed the face of the classified section forever.
And I said to them, you know, it's interesting. In your own paper, you had an article that was written by you that said that all the newsprint costs are going down. You're able to buy the newsprint, your own paper, for less now this year than you could in the previous years. And yet you're telling me you have to raise my rates. You should be lowering my rates. And I just said, cancel it. And the publisher looked at me, because she was here, and said, you can't do that. You'll put yourself out of business, and all your competitors will jump on it. And I said, you know what? They want to jump on it, go ahead. I'm not, if I go out of business because of it, so be it. But I don't think I will, and cancel it. And so the next week, we didn't appear. And all my competitors jumped on it like crazy, and they bought the front page, and they paid her stupid prices, and they did it for about 90 days, and they realized they were getting nothing from it, and we weren't going out of business, we were actually growing, and so they all stopped. And so there is no classified section in the newspaper anymore, and hasn't been for years. And they all went to the internet, as we had already done that.
While the competition had ad space, Sibcy had video home tours and a Sunday show on Local 12.
Upon entering, you are immediately greeted by the open floor plan, full
30 homes in 30 minutes.
That was another way for a half hour every week we could show houses and put it on and go on the air. And it developed a tremendous following because everybody would want to see it. The one thing that hasn't changed is people basically are voyeurs. They want to look into other people's lives. They want to see how people live. So when you can do a video of somebody's home and they can see how they live, how they decorate, how they use their property, they want to see it.
They were the second company in the entire U.S. to list homes online, and they're still pushing ahead. Now they're offering agents the opportunity to build their brands through video and personalized tours with multiple drones and a growing video production department.
It's the first video we've done for her.
Rob diversified his interests, founding multiple affiliate companies, and he's excited about the growth of the relocation services.
The relocation business has been a very integral part of what we do, and we are involved in a company called Leading Real Estate Companies of the World, which is a referral network, which is now worldwide. And we were instrumental, one of 4 guys that set that up about 30 years ago, and it's been a terrific business. So.
Rob says the secret to his success is his wife, Pam, and knowing he has passed on the company to his daughter, Robin. Admittedly, he says he should have done that 10 years earlier.
Good luck, guys. You're in your YPO, you are sitting here listening, you're listening to an old man tell you about his story, and someday you will be sitting in the chair I'm sitting in. Just enjoy life, and don't get too frustrated, and don't get too full of yourself. Just enjoy what you do.